Beans! It is Jewelry Jelly here with Isabel and George Washing Machine. It's Thursday, it's April 27th, it's 8 p.m. I hope you all have had a great week so far. I certainly have. We are going to dive right back into Coffee Talk. So, when last we played Coffee Talk, we found out that there may be some supernatural shenanigans going on that are resulting in a lot of people getting their tires flattened. And apparently, there is a story surrounding a mysterious tree that was left behind when somebody drove into the fairy flea market. But yeah, we are going to load up a new day. And let's see what's going on in the world of Fantasy Seattle. Oh, there's a teddy bear on the wall. I didn't notice that before. So it looks like it's Go Aqua. I'm very lucky to have people who's with me no matter what, and I won't take it for granted. Normal schedule. You want to know where I got all my awesome sunglasses? Check out my good sponsor here. Been working with them for eons, and I always love their stuff, but y'all know that already. Nice, makes a pretty good model, I gotta say. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, it looks like we got another hit on somebody's... Oh, Riona. Yep, she's a singer and a groover. And then we have the Midsummer Night's Dream. Tea? Hey ya! Knock knock, anyone there? Mr. Bailey's, hi! I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. A penny for your thoughts? Ah, you can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden side of things. How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or sentence. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone, even if that someone is yourself. And especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. By the way, the soundtrack to Coffee Talk 2 is going to be released on streaming platforms tomorrow. So if you have an account with Spotify or Pandora or any of those other services, be sure to add the album. I am definitely going to, hopefully it's going to be on Bandcamp, and next week is going to be Bandcamp Friday, so I will buy it then. And it's been on my mind a lot the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Ms. Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago, we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Phew! We've been through so much. There's no walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes, you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? Hello, MJD. Also, hello, Dr. Zadium. I think I see what you mean. So we decided to give each other a bit of space and figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I have hot cocoa tonight. It is some more of the Blendy Stick Cocoa au lait. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything, but I think I should order first. Sure thing, what can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So anything, really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus? Butterfly pea? Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great, with milk and honey, please. Okay, so milk, honey, and butterfly pea, so let's see what happens with this. And we've got ourselves a Dreamin' Blue. So let's give it a little bit of latte art. Oops. To make a tree, but it's coming out kind of like a lightning bolt almost. But that looks, I mean, that looks sufficiently tree-like, wouldn't you think? Although, to be honest with you, it kind of looks like, it kind of does look like a lightning bolt when you think about it. Here you go. I hope you like it. Thanks, Jellybean. This is so nice. And it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yes. I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people. And we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned that about yourself, Mr. Bayliss. I think so too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her a while now. Ah, someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Yes, Cortalis, he's an elf. Exactly. Spot on again, Jellybean. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. Yes, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up into a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting, except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances, except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel, so she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea, with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you, it feels a lot like family again. Aww, that's so sweet. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them until she got sick. Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. See, that's part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get big, bad diseases, like everyone else. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her, and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that, either. At least she had you. It must have been little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. To think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Jellybean. Here you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fun, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua? I definitely think that's part of it. In fact, Silver. And Amanda. Good evening. Hi, Jellybean. And hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago. Oh, the nice Earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date? I'm a little more than that. I'm her fiancé. Truly, fiancé is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013p probability. Congratulations on your excellent odds actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda? We were. And what we wish for is a memorable parting experience. I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on Earth? Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our missions. Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we have never had before. It's time to get creative then. Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. Okay. Great, now we have to remember. Let's see. I don't think... You know what? Milk, mint, and honey. Let's see if she would like a Milky Way. That's not it. And there we go. Let's see if she wants it. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. Alright, let's see what's up on Tomodachi. We've got Bailey's has filled in another heart. Punk, been listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. Escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one color at a time. One day I will have my own solo exhibition. Oh, he likes a band called Pumpkin Spice. And the Milky Way, sweet and cool like outer space. The novelty coefficient does not clear the expected parameters, but it does not seem very important right now. We wonder why that is the case. Are you maybe getting a little emotional, Amanda? We do not wish to discuss this. Okay, their visor is basically a mood ring. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble? That one was quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. The scariest thing was when he came by to my cafe. Or what he thought was my cafe. I really feared he was on to us, but apparently he just enjoyed the chat we had here the other night. Or that's what he said, anyway. I don't know if that was true, but when he saw the cafe wasn't open yet, he ended up leaving and hasn't shown up since. That's a relief. Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our sibling so sad. You've really gotten the hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purposes of general Earthling research. but it appears to us that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting a, you call it, academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns, deep-level communication in hive versus non-hive species. Wait, she knows. You're talking about Amanda? What does she know? Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda always was the brains in the family. She called you offspring. Ooh, spoilers, sweetie. That wasn't your only mission, though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes. Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was. I think I may have found it. Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days. But I've been waiting a while, and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the Hive, when I came to Earth, and during this entire process when I changed and changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious. Doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does, and it does not. And in fact, we hope that is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but it is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires, the emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying, at least to some extent. Yes, what Amanda said is a part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways, I still am. It will always be harder for me to grasp them than for most people. But when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared, which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time, and even more time to find someone who can look at them with you, not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It is a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered, too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but... Jellybean, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony, which will take place 3 days hence. Wow, that's some answers indeed. Yeah. Taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We had gotten bogged down in the details, and in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members. Whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I am very touched, Mr. Baileys. Ah, come on, Jellybean. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. A special invitation card for a certain someone. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing that's his obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? Party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.999% pleasant and 0.001 disappointing that we have to refuse. Yes, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure. That sounds very exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country, and maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists.
Tourist is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is, in essence, circular reasoning.
It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things, to enjoy life, you know?
Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out.
And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in, that I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Jellybean, that I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home, well, that makes me feel a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. Ahem. I think I should order a drink. Of course, what can I make you? I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure. But I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick? Yes, that's exactly right. And how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? Ah, I'd love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Okay, so hot chocolate with sweetness and spice. $299.792.458. Here's a $299.792.458 for a Lightspeed Traveler.
Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous.
Evocative?
Yes, it is the speed of light, not evocative of great adventures.
The speed of light? Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Jellybean. Thank you, but do you like the taste, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes, but then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda.
How does a taste remind you of us?
I guess he's saying that you're sweet but with a strong character as well. That's about right.
We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet we are pleased.
Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that. Thank you, Jellybean. Whoa, careful there. You don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this much. Ah, you're right. I'm just so excited. I can barely sit still. I can imagine a first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person, with a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace.
Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis 99.999%.
Wow, hold on. Amanda, you have met Pearl and you talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched work westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Wow, that's very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met and are starting to like. It takes guts. You're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I have always felt safe here with all the regulars, I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me. And so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized that I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. Well, I will say that if she'd heard your story, and that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too.
What is proud?
Proud is, for yourself, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving, especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting, and it just fills you with joy.
Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you.
You two are a really sweet family. And so are you and Ms. Lua, Mr. Baileys. True, chosen families can also rock.
Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end.
So it is. Well, we should probably get going.
Yes, we must go pack.
First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack, while she analyzes the Earthling ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on.
Precisely, this is further information for our research. We are thrilled.
Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night to you two, then.
Hasta la vista, strangers.
Huh? Orc westerns. Haha, bye. Bye to you too. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Jellybean. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps... Whether we'd like it? We'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. It's settled then. Lua's going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go and tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again, Jellybean. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Baileys. Alright, so that was an exciting night. Alright, it is the next day. Saturday, September 30th, 2023. Neko Mimi driver crashes truck filled with catnip, suspected DUI. UFO previously spotted by Space Guard fighters, a very determined hot air balloon. ZXX20 virus vaccine booster ready for distribution. Oh, it's Aqua. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hi, Jellybean. How are you? Good, as usual. Alright, let's see what's happening on Tomo.chill. Good night, says Lucas. Neko Chell, I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. I told my wife she needs to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Fast to make, fast to drink, and the best start to Lightyear guided adventures. Good as usual. How about you? Honestly, lots of things have happened. Can I order something first, though? Of course, what would you like? Can you make me a cup of chai? Okay, so chai would be tea, milk, and cinnamon. So let's see what that is. It's a Chai Adeni, so let's see if that's what she wants. Careful, it's hot. I don't think this is what I ordered. It isn't? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Never mind. I'll take it. I'm sorry once again. So, you were saying? Oh, right. It's just, I've been busy working on my game. Ah, I see. How's it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about the other day going? Oh, that. I rejected it, of course. There's no saving it, really, which is a shame. I truly like their games, but with all the shady requirements they had, I could tell they looked down on us small developers. And the scary thing is, if I hadn't known what I know now, just because they were a publisher that I loved a lot, I would have overlooked all that. That's understandable, though. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. Well, it has to be fair for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I tried negotiating with them, because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Okay. But as I expected, it really didn't go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they're doing me a favor since I'm just a small developer. And I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. Doesn't sound like good faith to me. Right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept, they could have at least been polite about it. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. That aside, Myrtle is coming here soon. Great. So you two made up already? Oh, yes. We apologized to each other. Nice. I know I was probably being a little confusing. I didn't explain the context I applied to the situation very well, but she made it clear that she understood why I was anxious, and she apologized for assuming. That really helped. Now she's helping me speed up development. I'm happy to hear that. And there's Myrtle. Hey. Hi, Myrtle. We were just talking about you. Okay. Nothing too terrible, I hope? Don't worry, only all the good stuff. Hit. Anyway, sorry, Jellybean. I won't be ordering today. Why? We don't have time. We're going to the expo sale, right? Oh, you're right. Expo sale? We're hunting new parts for my PC. It's been a bit slow lately. A bit? She's joking. It's pretty much in its death throes. If we're going, we're building you a whole new setup. But if you just want parts, I can always give you mine. But at this point, I'm not sure it'll be any help at all, to be honest with you. Yeah. No, you're right. It's time to move forward with productivity. I will be right back. I am going to put this cup that I'm finished downstairs, and I will be right back. about that. Grabbed myself a snack while I was downstairs too. I've been putting off upgrading things for a while now. So it really is time for a better setup. That's the spirit. Go big or go home. Sorry, Jellybean. Seems like we have to go now. Thanks for the drink. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care. Safe trip and good luck. Let's see. I guess I'll go over today's checklist, Oh, it's Hendry! That is Rachel's father. And there's Gala. Well, hello, gentlemen. Hey, Jellybean. Jellybean. Nice seeing you here, Hendry. How goes it? Good, good, good. I see you're doing good, too. As usual. What do you want to drink, Henry? It's on me. No, 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 that won't do. Well, let's talk about bills later. So, what'll it be? You first. You sure? Okie dokie. I'll have one STMJ, please. So it's honey and ginger. Let's make sure that I have it correct. Milk, ginger, and honey, so milk, ginger, and honey. And there is the STMJ for Hendry. One STMJ coming up. Ah, it smells so nice. Spot on. Thanks, Jellybean. You're very welcome. How about you, sir? Oh, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please. Anything else with that? Well, what would you recommend? Anything from your new tea line is fine. Oh, I see you have a new selection. Yes, we have blue pea and hibiscus tea available. Hibiscus, huh? You should try Te Jahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather. Sounds familiar? It's ginger steeped with roselle buds, another name for hibiscus. Anything else in it? Well, it's a bit sweet. Interesting. I'll try it then, a Te Jahe Rosella. Okay, so that is another one that we've unlocked, so let's do that. Okay, hibiscus, ginger, and honey. Are going to give the wedding invitation for Bailey's and Lua. What's this? Oh, it's Bailey's and Lua's wedding invitation. Really? For Hyde. Oh, the date is really soon. Could you pass it along to him since I'm not sure when he'll be here? Okay, sure. Thank you. A piping cup of Te Jahe Rosella for you. Thanks. What do you think, Hendry? Does it look any good? Uh-oh. It looks about right. It smells good, too. Try it. Yep, it's good. Glad I passed your impromptu test. So, what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Something happened, didn't it? You can say that. I think the officer's coming too, by the way. Alright. As for me, I'm just glad my fury is over. Are you okay, though? I'm fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Hendry? Did you get your checkup? I did. Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Time is a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime. 50 years ago. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yep. The soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's harder to get up in the morning after all that. Like today. I know the feeling all too well. Especially in this kind of weather. Oh, it's like my body knows the storm's gonna get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints. Well, lucky for you, ginger is great for sore muscles. Yeah. And there's Georgie. Hey, folks. The man of the hour. Hiya, Georgie. Jellybean, what'd I miss? Some very important weather talk. Is that so? Sounds like I missed a ton then. How are you? How am I? If you're talking about my case, well, I don't even know where to begin. Hendry, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No, what are we talking about? Jellybean, you should have primed him before I got here. My bad. In my defense, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gala mentioned it. Excuses, excuses. I'll help explain it to Hendry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalisms nearby. Oh good, we get a fade out. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone has anything to do with the case. Yeah, Hendry looks shocked. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, I tried something. I set a few candles where the tree was. Then I tried talking into the night. Talking into the night? Yep, 2 nights in a row. Why? Yeah, I'm wondering too. Come on, Jellybean, you know why. You don't get to play dumb with me. No, honestly, I have no idea. If you explain it, maybe I'll remember. Well then. Just the other day, Jellybean here gave me a fiery drink. It's supposedly magical or something. Because I've been having a hard time dealing with my findings and such. As you know, I don't do well with ghosts and stuff. I'm still kind of surprised you're truly afraid of ghosts. Aren't we all? Well, to me, people are way scarier. Fair point. Anyways, I complained to Jellybean about these terrifying ghostly possibilities. It just so happened that my detective buddy and his partner were here as well. He understood I was just scared stupid of ghosts. So he advised me to treat them like how I used to treat everybody else. After all, they're the same as us, except that they're see-through. Right, I remember that. Huh. Well, I trust the guys. He and his partner have been solving ghost crimes for a while. More than I ever did, obviously. Right. Ghost crimes. So I talked away. I talked alone there 2 nights in a row. I explained why the tree was removed by the city and how I'm sorry it's gone, especially knowing what it was. Nothing happened, of course. So I kept on talking about being swamped with work as my colleagues were quitting the force. Between you and me, though, if it weren't for the extra workload, I'd say it's a good thing. No love for your colleagues? Hell, I don't even like myself. Anyway, I went off on a rant about wanting more time off, but also not knowing what to do with it. Because all I do is veg out on the couch, to emotionally numb myself from feeling trapped by all the regrets I've had over the decisions I made in my life that have led me and my family here. What? What? Just saying I ranted a lot. I even talked about how I wanted to make up with my daughter. What? About your daughter? And how I secretly eat ice cream even though I'm lactose intolerant. What? What? So, your no milk policy all these years? Just kidding, Jellybean. Or am I? I honestly don't know anymore. Okay, moving on. I started talking about my late grandpop as well. Like how he used to live around there and all that. He did. Yep. Anyhow, I yapped for a long-ass time and was starting to feel ridiculous. Then I started to whine about how weird it was to talk alone. How I wished I had someone to talk to. And what do you know? They actually showed up. They did? Last night. I think they felt sorry for me. I would too, to be honest with you. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks. I guess they weren't ghosts then? Nope. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but not what I expected at all. What do you mean? Well, I certainly didn't expect them to be so close to me. Huh? Literally. In fact, they're the owners of Gnome Nom's Eatery near my place. What a crazy coincidence, am I right? But I'm telling you, Jellybean, there's no such thing as coincidence. Then, did they know the car was yours? No, because I only order takeout and I walk there. I see. Why? Why are you laughing? Sorry, it's just... Never mind me, keep going. Okay then. So, the reason they started messing with the cars? Well, they were angry at how people treated the area. According to them, that tree was supposed to be there. Yet they took it away like it was nothing. Right, I figured as much. Did you end up taking them in? Nope. Are you going to let them go? Nah. But I've got all the evidence I need and I know where they are. So I'll go and talk to them first. Right now I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. What's up, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. In any case, mystery solved. For now, at least. Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realize I missed multiple messages earlier because I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. I'll see you all again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you again, Hendry. Take care. Let me move over there. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. You want anything? I'm good. Then one espresso for me, please. Here's your espresso, officer. We got some updates on Tomo.chill. Filled in another thing for Georgie. Favorite things: funny cop movies, non-dairy cakes, dislikes, ghosts. What I'm doing with my life: trying to be a good father to 3 great kids in this ever-changing world and stay a keeper for his lovely missus. And there's Gala. Favorite things: food, anything warm and made with ginger. Music, Metal Maiden. Books, Full Metal Jarhead. What I'm doing with my life: trying to heal myself by helping other people heal. Here's your espresso, officer. Thanks. Great as always. So, what's next, officer? What's your plan after this? Other than talking to him? I guess I'll focus on the rumors. Word is going around that cars are being messed up there. That's kind of expected, though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worries when the case is pretty much over. And I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumors. Without being stopped, they'll just spiral out of control. Time to leave, I guess. Duty calls? Something like that. I suppose I'll do the same. It's quite late after all. Thanks for listening to us, Jellybean. The old men ramble. The pleasure is all mine. Well, take care and see you later, yeah? Have a good night, Jellybean. Safe trip, you two. Alright, there is the Gala Tea, a silky but spicy beverage that soothes furious emotions and brings dormant joys back to life. Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Vegan food on the rise. Gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Box office movie High Weapon hits astonishing $2 billion worldwide. What Generation Z really wants, an independent survey. Okay, happening on Tomo.chill. Today's delivery cutoff time, 13 o'clock, no night shift. We had a break in the office and just played board games for hours. It was fun. Look what Myrtle did, sneakily taking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl Pals 2. Aw, she's so cute. Super busy, see you tomorrow, just saying hi. Oh, it's Rachel! Jellybean, Jellybean! Huh, Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry, I'm just really excited. I've done it, Jellybean. Congratulations. Done what? The music I'm making with AJ. I told you about it last time, remember? Oh yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will you? Really? Okay. Are you sure we can play it? What about NDAs and stuff? Come on, you silly. We're the only ones here anyway. It'll be fine. I mean, the direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh? Never mind that. Let's just play it, quick. Huh. Neko Chill. Sweetheart Latte. What do you think? I was inspired by the drink you gave me. Sweetheart Latte, wasn't it? That's right. You composed the melodies? With Arami, yeah. So I know with a name like Sweetheart Latte, you'd expect something a little more fun sounding, right? But hearing how you made the drink reminded me of something. Like a new love's beginning or thinking about your crush. The sourness of anxiety and the sweetness of a promise. There are a lot of steps to keep the delicate balance going until you get to the point where you decide to confess. I think I see where you're going with this. Yeah, just like the drink, right? It needs the perfect balance of ingredients and temperature to mix properly, doesn't it? Or it would curdle, yeah. Heh. That's a really interesting take on the name. There's just one thing I'm wondering about. What is it? If this is supposed to be your new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I'm planning something. You'll see. How are you, by the way, Jellybean? Just fine, business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? Hendry? Yes, he did. He was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night, so I wondered what he was doing. Oh, I see. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof, after all. Oh, what a surprise. I thought you'd have been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that, but Dad's getting older, you know? He's becoming forgetful too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know? None of our extended family even lives in the States. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him for now. Right. Hello, welcome! Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hi, Riona. Fancy meeting you here. Ah. Hello. How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. Huh. Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right, what would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. Milk, milk, milk. Here you go, a cup of warm milk. Thank you. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. Miss, are you alright? No. I think I'm sad. What's wrong? That's right, Riona, what's wrong? I've been doing a lot of thinking. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? What makes you think that, miss? My apologies. I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you two mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course, let it all out. Miss Rachel is right, feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with Jellybean and the regulars of this coffee shop, I have gradually realized over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things. Huh? And what makes it more troubling is, it is likely that my ignorance was on purpose. Ignorance on purpose? What do you mean? Miss Rachel, the position you hold today is a result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talent, but you did not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it, and I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also, although I do not fully understand his content, he is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I am aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself, because I may have become too comfortable with the status quo, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. Are you really, though? I mean, you've been trying your best, right? I've been trying, yes, but have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid. Afraid? I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in the play. I really do. I understand it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education, and for the simple fact of what I am. I'm truly fine with all that. I really am. Because all of it is a pain I am already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to new pain all over again. Just might be. Might be difficult. I apologize for all this ruckus. I didn't mean to. Miss Riona, would you please allow me to make you a drink? It's on the house. But Jellybean insists, right? Right. In that case, I'd like something made with blue pea, but no milk or ginger, please. Galaxy Mint Tea. Here, I hope you'll enjoy it. And we've got another update from Rachel. Favorite things. I love my family, cats, milk, and you. What I'm doing with my life. I've been dancing, singing, and trying to achieve my dreams since I was 13, and I'm not stopping now. And she's got a new portrait up. Here, I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you. What's on your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. Well, what was it? Huh? Your driving force before you started questioning it. I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice, whether it's society's or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Reaching that goal can be done a lot of ways. Like politics. Huh. You're not wrong, but... that was just an example, jeez. But I admit being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people over. But that's not what you want to do, is it? My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it as long as I'm able. However, I believe it is also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever, although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that. What are you going to do now? I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas's offer. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Oh, wait! You know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomochill. Even if it's even the same Lucas, I mean. What was the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talents, to showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. I see. So what if you rejected his offer? Call him. Huh? Or text him, tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it? I'm not sure it'd be his loss necessarily. Shh. Just do it. Text him. Yeah. Okay. He responded. What did he say? He's happy I changed my mind. And he's going to text me later to talk more about it. It seems like he's in the middle of something. At least that's one thing settled. Yep. Yes. Thank you. Although I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life, as it is a habit formed by my time living in the commune. Commune? We banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we would all work together as one, like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct? Yes. Was it difficult? No, but because we're not a cult. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So the reason we do not see a lot of banshees around, is it because many still choose to remain in the commune? Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic? Well, a mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. Perhaps it's better if I go now. Okay, I'll leave too. If you wish, I can drop you off. Really? I live pretty far from here. It's fine. Okay. See you later, Jellybean. Safe trip, miss. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. See you soon.
I suppose I'll wait another hour. The Grinch. Green, spicy, and not everyone's cup of tea. Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Users of Tomo.chill's new stories feature, it needs a longer duration. The piece of halfling advice that seared into my memory. Gobly Labs shut down. Researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents. Eh? Down to ride. Check out my friend's new podcast. Oh my goodness. She's decided to do a podcast. Here it is, DTR, Down to Ride, vlog number 1. Go watch and tell us how you like it. Do you like video podcast? Sorry not sorry, forgot to post the trailer. Here it is, full version dropping at 8 p.m. Check this out, ya boy has started a new podcast for y'all. Wanna know more? No delivery today. Yeah, I wish you could just go and click on the different things. So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart. I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple. Aw, it wasn't so sad as much as cute, though. But it's true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Ms. Lua. Or just in the light. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch. Ow! Whoops, my apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Ah, here we go. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. We've been here often enough that we know the place like the back of our hand. That's what it means to have regulars, Jellybean. Oh, wow. They just got married. Now, shall we get this celebration started? Please, I'm so excited. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline, I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, are you taking Louis' last name, Bailey's? No, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. Aw, you always make me melt. Disgusting, he said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up. Sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. To something decadent and chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it, please, Jellybean. Okay, so chocolate, mint, and honey. Let's see, I don't think this works, but let's see, chocolate, honey, and mint. After midnight. This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it, it's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praise from Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Jellybean? I did a bit of traveling in my day. Maybe we ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like two ships in the night, before meeting at the morning. That's very lyrical. I blame the mood on you two. All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury. Oh, was he a werewolf of London? But even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it. Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends. Nah, you know rude vampires are much more my type. Hey. Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire and proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt. Awesome idea, I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Jellybean, maybe? I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Ms. Lua, Mr. Baileys, and thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, Jellybean. Absolutely. Short and to the point. Good speech. Your turn, Hyde. Really? Well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Baileys, for entertaining me, and making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Jellybean, guys, and I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today. Aw, Gala. Thanks, man. Really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde? Jellybean, my dear Jellybean. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. Ahem. I do apologize that we only served soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. Oh! And I'm avoiding it in solidarity. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. And thanks, I think, Hyde. I aim to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying. I never saw him touch it. Elf cubi, says the time sage. Or maybe incuvelves? Is there... Oh, incuvelves or succuvelves or something. Is there any specific reason why not? I just don't like the taste. Never got used to it and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it as just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely booze just became this big social thing. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots. And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Wow, when did you go to a place like that? A while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch. Bae, I'm okay, sweetie. Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt, tonic water. That sounds like something I would enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. O-type, preferably, universal donors and all that. Yuck. I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Bailey's. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that. She is impossible, you mean? But I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. Oh, just a year or 3. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie. I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. If Jellybean ever moves out and I'm out of my specialty, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend, Bailey's. Marco? I thought I'd caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses, delightfully cliché, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire, scorn dissimulated in a smirk. Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds, too. Ah, yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. Aww, a perfect shot. Oh, look at this, Bay! This is amazing. What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Yes, truly. Thank you again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an all right time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... Oh, no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always really wanted to have. Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details. I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture. Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde? Why, Jellybean, you wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall? Actually, yes, something like that. Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever. Yeah, I'd love that. It would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, Jellybean, I'm not sure where we'd be without you. So I take it you have decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde? It would seem so. Come on, tell them. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctors think she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around. That's a lovely idea. I bet Little Rose is thrilled. She is. An entire party next to her bed, can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde, and just like that, he promised to take their pictures pro bono. That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde. It's nothing. I could use the experience, so that I can milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding period pictures. Sounds like good social redistribution to me. Right? So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house, and I've got the job, and I've got my own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while. That's great to hear. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know? What would a dream house look like for the two of you? We're not so sure yet. But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes. And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. My love, It's alright, I'm glad we talked it all through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything, in fact, Lua's mom told me the same during the wedding. I didn't know you talked about it. Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes. But the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to childbearing. Well, not in our couple. We've decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time, not so much for the money as to keep my brain working, but I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place. You know, I keep thinking, now happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. Times are changing and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd have rather stayed home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller, Mrs. W. No, using my family name on you feels wrong. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. Excuse me. Let's see what's going on. So we've got the drink added to Brewpad, the After Midnight, a whiff of old world charm, a soupçon of intensity, and a dash of fresh air for timeless late night celebrations. And it looks like... what is Georgie doing? It looks like he's got some earrings or something. Excuse me. It sounds like Hyde has found a new way forward. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he? There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Even elves with their only longish lives have issues. I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans. And we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get. That makes sense to me. I will say, though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that, he can be a difficult one. He also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean. Yes, we really do. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. I mean. He liked Jellybean from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away. He has been very kind to me, and perceptive about me as well. And I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat right now, it's really good. You're all right too, Gala. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Right back at ya. Listen to that. It's pouring rain again. I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, Bae. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you, too. You guys are cute. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway. I've always wondered where that came from. It sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it, Jellybean? Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry. But I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but all of her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked to the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godlings sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them and they lost their balance. Oh no! Don't worry, it's not a sad story. All right then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground. And immediately, they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray just for clarity? That's gonna help me for sure, I get lost without names. Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon and, finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family were quite fond of Aeon by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess, that old hag, give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry and she told Aeon, get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die, just like your fiancé. Yuck. And to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted. Then for many more hours she was despondent and sulked. Then finally she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands of flowers, and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, for each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other. And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. My love, are you tearing up? It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. You're a born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not gonna look at Rain the same way now. It's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right, the goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told you. My history with Rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. Excuse me? A place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. Oh, look. Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. Oof, that's a very wet little guy. Poor Gala, did he just shake rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, Jellybean? No, but he's been around a couple times. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then, although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adopting this place. It wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too. Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. Or someone. If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. Well, I don't have any items. He came by another time a few days ago and was actually quite helpful. Time Sage says, as someone who grew up with a room on the top floor, that is very soothing. Yeah, I gotta say that. I mean, when I was living with my parents for a couple of months, about 10 or so years ago, they had done a room under the roof for me, and I could hear the rain on the roof at night, and yeah, it was pretty soothing, I do have to say. Even if the rest of my time there was pretty stressful. But he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about? We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything. I was saying that he might be looking for someone. Perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight, messengers between worlds, so to speak. He may know something that we don't, or see something we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually. No comment. Haha. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I can walk on. That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular in the sense that I want it to look good. But he's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, peak design trends. That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around. I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce! Why don't you help Hyde with decorating, then, Gala? Why, indeed. My job. Time. Your job. Time? I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best, but Gala is an interior designer's waking nightmare. Not true, I just go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Ugh. You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine. Indeed. Being like this all together when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Jellybean. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Goal very much achieved then. That, and also, you are all right. It sounds like everyone's gonna be busy with our own stuff for a while, but I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week or a month or a year, I know it's gonna be a good time. Cheers to that. Hear, hear. You are all welcome anytime, separately or together, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop by to give you news, and to get Fury remedies, and to listen in on the drama. We can't wait to welcome you back. I think the rain is over. And we've kept you up for a while already, Jellybean. Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home. Consider the night called. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. All right. Good night, Jellybean. Good night. Good night, you two. Let's go, darling. Let's. Good night, Jellybean. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights. No, thank you for everything. Truly. Have a good rest, Jellybean. Will do. You guys coming? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. Eek! Die! What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. That's on the way into the home, not on the way out of the bar. I can do both. You're silly. Maybe, but I love you. I love you too. Bustling, busy, and abuzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like, to have a chosen hive. Dream in Blue. This mesmerizing and earthy latte imbues you with calmness and serenity on sight. Alright, let's see what's going on. Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. You keep using that word. Heir of American business royalty disowned over choice of wife. Killer algae, the new invasive species. Fire director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. Having someone you can connect with, especially within the same industry, is really something that I'm glad for. I think by the end of it, I'm in this industry for the love of it, and to keep having fun is the mindset I will keep moving forward. And there's Silver with Amanda. And there's Lua holding hands with Bailey's. And there's Gala. Mr. Hyde took a picture of him, and he looks pretty good. And there's another picture of Bailey's and Lua holding hands. Somehow this feels like deja vu. Hey, welcome, Officer Georgie. What's crackin'? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Yep, deja vu. What? Nothing. Everything is fine. I have everything I need to avoid another blackout. That's good news. Heh, you know, this weather has kind of grown on me. Really? Yeah. Not something I'd like to have forever, of course. But the thunder no longer sounds so angry to me. Interesting. What does it sound like to you? No idea. Just not scary anymore. Anyway, I want to order something. Perfect. What would you like? Make me whatever I ordered a couple weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago? Yeah, like on Monday 2 weeks ago. Right, of course. You're promoting new types of tea, I think. The one you gave me was pretty tart. I see. So yeah, make whatever you gave me that day. Oh, we're gonna get into that, huh? Well, I believe I made him a Te Jahe Rosella. So hibiscus, ginger, and honey. Oops. Here you go, officer. I don't think this is what I ordered. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'll drink it anyway. As long as it doesn't have milk in it. You alright? Yeah. I feel like I've been making a lot of mistakes lately. Sometimes I'm not even sure why. It's a clear sign you need to take a break.
Perhaps. How are you, officer? How's work?
Work, huh? Well, it's only been a couple of days since I was here. But I admit a lot has happened.
Oh?
Yeah, for starters. Word has spread that parking on Bourne Street is no longer safe. Because of the vandalism? Yeah. And I really don't want it to escalate, you know? I don't want the story of the street rewritten into something bad.
Makes sense.
So, what did you do? What makes you think I did anything? Just a guess? Well, you're not wrong. The day after our last talk, I paid the old gnomes a visit and had a chat with them.
Oh, what did you talk about?
We talked about what could happen to them in the area due to the vandalism they committed. They were remorseful to a point, because they're upset about what happened to the remains of their friend. Right. All they wanted was to create something memorable that would stay in everyone's mind, in one way or another. Even in a bad way. That's what I thought they were going for, too. Turns out that's not the case. They just wanted to create something memorable. Something that gets everyone talking. But when I gave them a hypothetical scenario with rumors getting it out of control, and how folks will spin the whole thing into something else, they were a bit stunned, honestly. Is it because they didn't think of the consequences that far ahead? That's right. I told them it could potentially lead to the street being closed because it would be deemed unsafe, or maybe even rebuilt into something completely different, which would effectively erase all trace left of their friend. So they decided to stop right there, right then. Interesting. But, you know, I get their need to keep the memory alive. Even if what they did was a bit misguided, I understood. Still, what they did was not the way to go about it. And honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this. All this memory stuff. Shows that I, and the world probably, need to learn a lot more about fairy folk in general.
I agree.
So, what did you do next? Did you arrest them? Heh. No. All I did that day was chat with them. Because I wanted a clearer picture on everything. Including the old fairy market and all. I also shared the story about my grandpa. In the end, they said whatever I decide to do, they'll accept. So, I went home. I see. You know, my daughter asked what happened. Now, since she gave me good advice on the case and everything, I told her the whole story. About the street, about the tree. Wow, it's really everything. Anyhow, after our talk, I guess she started looking into the fairy folk's history. And in one of those videos she did, I have no clue what to call them, they're videos of herself packing orders while talking about stuff. Ah, I see. I reposted it on my Tomo.chill a couple days ago. Oh, I see. She basically talked to her viewers about what she learned in the video. About your case? No. Only things she has learned on her own. Got it. That's great, though. You never know. Maybe through her video, curiosity will spread. Get everyone wondering about this piece of disappearing history. You're right. Who knows what the future holds? Lucas is in the house, yo! Hey, what's up? And you, Pops, how goes it? All good. You're in high spirits, aren't you? Always. Anyway, Pops, what's shaking? I think I should be the one asking you that. What's with all the excess energy? You're right, and I probably should explain, but first. Dear Jellybean, may I put in an order? You may. Ha! I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top. Okay, let's see if I can do some really cool latte cup. Let's see if I can maybe do a ghost or something. Yeah, that's definitely a ghost. Get all spoopy. Ooh, this is almost a spider. Let's see. Okay, so let's see here. Bloop. See if we can do. Oh, hey, it's a tree. A cup of blue latte with a masterpiece on it for you, sir. A masterpiece, eh? I like your confidence. Anyway, cheers. Nice, thanks, Jellybean. So what's up, kid? All's well, Pops. I'm waiting for the lady to arrive. Oh, so Miss Riona's coming? Yep, she should be here soon. That last couple of days have been really intense for us. In fact, I didn't sleep at all until last night. Oh, why? Let's just say we've been busy cooking up stuff. Tisk tisk. What? What is it? I know you're a hustler, kid. Your schedule is probably not like everyone else's, but I hope you won't drag others into unhealthy habits necessarily. Although I know next to nothing about banshee biology. Doesn't she do late night deliveries? Oh? Sometimes she does deliveries until morning. Then never mind, kid. Forget everything I said earlier. Phew! I was like, oh man, what stupid thing did I do this time? Nah, I was just pulling your leg. You're both adults. I was just playing around as the nosy and annoying old guy. Still, it's good that you guys are talking. Especially considering what happened the first time you two met. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I mean by me doing stupid things too. Sometimes I don't slow down enough to see the forest for the trees, you know? It happens. As long as you're aware of it and take a step back from time to time. Yep. Welcome, Miss Riona. Hello. Lady, finally you're here. Good evening, miss. Hi, everyone. Was the traffic bad for you? No, not at all. I had to deliver something before I came. That's why I'm a bit late. I apologize. Yeah, you're not late. I'm just early. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, please. I'd like a cup of mild coffee sweetened with a lot of honey, if you would. Okay, so mild coffee. So I would assume coffee, honey, and milk. Being buzzy. A cup of warm drink incoming. Is something the matter? Yes. I don't think this is what I ordered. Oh, you're right. I'm truly sorry. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Another Lucas update. My self-summary. On a short break to refresh and wreak havoc on return. Post your recs on my channel or my sub at Lucas On. Still, I apologize. So what's really been happening with you two? This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently. Does that include you as well? Yes, but those are just my regular working hours. See? See? And I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck? I'm not done playing the role of annoying and nosy old guy, that's all. Jeez. Anyway, the truth is, me and the lady have been discussing the show's format. Oh, how goes it so far? We're almost there, right? I think, yes. We've been discussing it quite intently the past couple of days. We're at a point where things are beginning to take shape. But it's just not quite there yet. But almost. That's why I've been staying up late organizing all these ideas into a deck. We're making a new show proposal to pitch to my team. Are you two going to work together then? In a way, yes. It is my intention to act as Lucas's guide to the city.
I'm going to have him drive too sometimes.
Yeah. I don't want her to always drive me around, but I might need some time to get used to driving again. Is that okay?
Of course. My suggestion would be for us to drive across the Evergreen Point Bridge on days when there is less traffic when the sun is out. It will make you feel good, I am sure of it.
Okay, let's do it. Anyway, so that's what's been happening. Meanwhile, I've been helping her find auditions.
I wasn't aware there were many ways to find audition leads online.
You still have to vet them though, because there are so many fakes out there. But I'll help you with that, don't worry.
Okay.
Well, sounds good, y'all. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
I might have to leave soon.
Huh? Why?
I haven't eaten anything substantial since this morning. It was a really busy day.
Oh, word? Let's go then.
You can stay. I'll just go for a quick bite and come back.
Yeah, let's just go. We're partners, right? Besides, we still have a lot of things to discuss.
You're right. Okay, if you're fine with it. I think it's time for us to go. I mean, for me.
Roger that. Let's get going then. See you later, Pops. Good luck with everything. You too, you two. Bye, Jellybean.
See you again soon.
Goodbye. So, just you and me now. Nothing wrong with that. I have to go soon, though. Duty calls. Sure. Freya! Hello, Jellybean. How are you? Freya! Hey, Miss Greenhair. Hey, officer, and long time no see. I've heard you've been going around the world, huh? Around the world is a bit much, but I've been somewhere. I'm glad to see you here, Freya. Well, as much as I'd like to stay and chat, duty calls. Aw, that sucks. I missed you. Well, see you later then, Georgie. Yeah. Don't forget to tell Jellybean the truth, okay? Huh? Later, Jellybean. I will. Let me move over there. So, my buddy, my pal, my good friend, Jellybean, what's up? Why didn't you tell me you were coming? Before you start blaming me, it was a last-minute thing. Even I didn't know I'd be back so soon. So what makes you return sooner than expected? Well, maybe I'll tell you after a drink. Hey, do you remember my very first order ever? Espresso? Yep, you have a good memory. The first time I was here, it was raining as hard as it is now. I thought nothing was open anymore until I saw your shop. Your espresso was one of the best coffees I've ever had. Thank you. One espresso for me, please. Here you go, Freya. A cup of a triple shot espresso for you. Great. Again, this deep aroma and such stellar flavors. Thanks. So, mind telling me why Officer Georgie said what he said? Which part? Something about telling me the truth. Ah, well, about that. Okay. I'm leaving for a writer's residence soon, and it's really, really far away. What? I know. It was impulsive, it was something I did on a whim. I know. Me and my old buddy sent the application form like last month, not really expecting anything, but we got accepted, and somehow it's for this year's rotation. Which means I need to pack and get ready really soon. It's not a scam, is it? Of course not. How long is it going to be? I don't know, probably a few months. But I might try to keep traveling after that. Okay. Jellybean, are you sad? No. Don't be sad while I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aww. Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. There should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it, everything. All right, so it started around 2 weeks ago. Aqua's working on her game while Myrtle helps from time to time. They're a good team. Silver and Amanda's trip took them quite a bit further than they expected. And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian steppe. Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread around all of Seattle. And Gala is fond of qualifying him in those exact terms to Hyde's obvious displeasure and secret joy. Lua and Bailey's bought a little house with large windows, a small garden, and an extra bedroom. Bailey's has been using it as a workspace, but it stands ready to fulfill a whole other function when the time is right. The Nekochel x Arami collaboration was a success as a new single was released on time. Even though the reviews are mixed, her true fans love it, and that's all that matters, she said. Riona and Lucas often come to the coffee shop after his driving lessons to discuss a variety of topics. Looks like they're taking it slow and planning things carefully as they match up their working schedules. Fortunately, the vandalism ended before the rumors could worsen. Sometimes a lone officer can be seen placing flowers where the dead tree once stood. In memoriam, Mohammed Fahmy Hasni, we love you. Let's see if we have any post-credits. Yeah, we do have to try to go 100%. I like this music, it's pretty soothing. Development babies. Aww. And you. Huh? Miss Riona, hello again. Hello. I dropped something here a long time ago, so I'm here to get it. Oh, what item was it? It's fine, I've got it. It was right under the seat. Really? Huh. I always made sure to check everything before closing, too. There are times when we simply miss things. Particularly if it is a task that we have performed numerous times. That's true. I guess it's a sign for me to double-check everything. It may, or it may not be. I have a feeling you will find something of interest either way. There is even the possibility of gaining a complete understanding of everything. Or everyone. Pardon? I didn't quite catch that. Have a good evening, Jellybean. Okay, have a safe trip, Miss Riona. Huh. Oh well, looks like no one else will be coming tonight. Might as well go check on... What was that? That That sounded like it came from inside the drawer. What the? The missing items, they're here. But they vanished a while ago. Now, what is really going on? Wow. What is really going on? And why is it frozen? You have now seen part of the image, but there are still many details to discover. Alright, so that was the end of Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. And Saturday, what we're going to do is we are going to try to speedrun through the game and make sure that we've got everything correct and try to get 100. So I am now going to check to see who is streaming, and we will see who we can raid. But I think it was a very nice ending. Just being able to say hi to Freya again, that really made me happy. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. I think we are going to raid. Let's see. Who shall we raid? I think we will raid Shellshock Prime once more. He is playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Alright, everybody. So, tonight has been great. And I hope you all have a good night, a pleasant tomorrow, and may all your tea times and coffee breaks be perfect.